Oh, well, hello there.
For Isaac Matthews, having autism is no big deal.
There we go.
Diagnosed when he was 3, now at age 11, amazingly, this small town has made him feel that autism is something to be celebrated, something to be so proud of.
I wouldn't just brag at him and say, look at this, I have autism. I'm not going to brag. I'm just going to say, I'm not really going to say anything. I'm just going to let them figure it out.
In this remote corner of Newfoundland, an extraordinary thing has happened. A town of just 4,000 people has opened its hearts and minds to everyone on the autism spectrum.
Ready?
For Candace Matthews, Isaac's mom, it has been life-changing.
There's a lot of isolation comes with the diagnosis of autism. There's a lot of self-doubt and insecurity. So when you have this community that rallies around you, it feels great.
You can't expect a child to just get it.
This mother's hope and her son's total acceptance into the community started with one woman.
The autism brain develops differently, which means...
Retired special education teacher Joan Chachon.
Candace is just phenomenal. She's just a wonderful person to work with. And Isaac is super. You know, he's our little superhero. And Isaac is very, very high functioning. Academically, I mean, he's quite well and everything. It would be his social skills where he would come under for the autism spectrum. You get to learn your child.
It all started as a small support group and quickly grew into so much more.
Joan has been instrumental in helping this town get to where we are right now with being an autism-friendly town. She's been tireless in her efforts, and I think her heart is huge. She's really inspired a lot of people to fully embrace the children on the spectrum.
Yes.
Suddenly, there was this, a gym specially equipped for kids just like Isaac. They got grants, the town bought in, they fundraised, over $15,000. And here's the thing, now all the kids in town benefit.
We don't do things just so the children with autism can use it. We never do that. We do it so that it's open to the public, that everyone can use it. We don't feel like we're a secluded group of autism, and I think this is why we're getting so much support from the public.
And that's not all.
So glad to see you all. Oh, I'm so excited you're all here.
This is something you don't see every day.
I didn't introduce myself, but you all know I'm Joan, right?
Joan has attracted more than 60 business owners, all here to find out how they can be more autism-friendly.
This is the one that's found at the hotel. Because you all know we have a sensory room at the hotel.
The town has had so much buy-in that even the local hotel built something called a sensory room.
And this is it.
That is incredibly calming for kids on the spectrum. And Isaac was asked to help design it.
I just love being in here. If I'm being really stressed or being made fun of or something, it's a good room to use. When I squeeze it, it has a good feeling in it. Everybody should really come here, no matter if you have autism or not.
And what's more,
the pictures are safely secured to the wall.
Port aux Basques hotel owner Kathy Lohman also modified some of the guest rooms.
And we've included a third.
And added training for all staff.
As soon as they come in, they ask the parent, do we need to dim the lights? Is there any special needs they have? If they're wanderers, then the staff will keep an eye out for them. And if they need to use a sensory room, it's the first thing that we offer them.
And now the hotel phone is ringing off the hook.
I had lots of calls from Toronto, a couple of sites in the U.S., just wondering what modifications we did and how they could start the process.
Joan didn't stop there. For many kids on the spectrum, like Christopher Shepherd, eating out can be overwhelming.
You want to sit there?
Simple modifications have made all the difference.
Christopher, what are you going to get to eat?
I'm going to get a K-Cat pizza and...
They can look at the menu at Pizza Light and pick out what they want. Their kids' menu with all pictures.
Hi, have you decided?
I'm going to get a K-Cat pizza.
The children have learned to look at their menu and ask themselves. So the parents don't say what they want. They have to ask themselves. And the staff will wait until the child asks.
You order in now and get your drinks, okay? You're welcome.
Or he can come in and he knows he can point to that and get a kitty cat pizza. This is what he's like. Calm, cool, collected, like not a care in the world.
And to help families spot these autism-friendly businesses, all they have to do is look for this.
We have 30 businesses in town who are autism friendly. And when people walk by and see that sticker in their business, they know they are good-hearted people who are willing to not just take your dollars, but to learn how to better interact with the customers that come into their business.
Then there's the one-on-one swimming lessons, a town program that for kids with autism can mean life or death.
Drowning is one of the highest reasons why children with autism die. And of course, we see where we live, we're surrounded by water.
Parents even get a financial break.
They decided to give us a discount on this one-on-one lessons. Whereas in most places, if you're going to get specialized treatment, you have to pay more. There are no certificates, nothing written down as such. So the children, to them, they're just going and enjoying. But we know where we want them to go.
And Isaac sure has gotten there.
Now he's on the swim team. Once it started, he progressed so quickly through it that now it's one of his favorite things to do, and he can participate in swimming, programs with peers, with his typical peers.
I got that trophy over there. I got medal. It's just, I love swimming.
In partnership with the school, we're buying this apparatus.
Joan is nowhere near done. She's not finished her work of transforming her town. Her latest mission? Make the school's playground autism-friendly.
I have lots of negative days. I have lots of times that parents are mad at me. It's not all pleasurable. Far from it. And sometimes, I have wondered, why do I do this? I'll be quite honest about it. The children keep me going. The children are just so happy when they're successful. I am so proud to be in this town.
It's fun. Sometimes in other places, you could get bullied, you could get made fun of, get called names. In Port Basques right here, it's not like that. Wherever you go, you see friends. Push, 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 push.
Not only is Isaac proud to be in this town, but this town has made him proud of himself. Chris O'Neill Yates, CBC News, Port Basques, Newfoundland.
And as autism awareness grows, we're seeing a lot of other examples of businesses adapting their programs and services. Like haircuts. Wyatt Lafreniere has autism and is sensitive to having his hair touched. Enter Quebec barber Franz Jacob. Last fall, this photo of Jacob and his young client went viral. Wyatt's mom says usually hairdressers panic, but not Jacob. He locks the front door, keeps the place quiet, and takes his time, often following Lafreniere around the salon with his tools until the job is done.
Normally we wouldn't attempt a mall for the sounds and all the sensory experiences.
Over the holidays, children with autism got a special opportunity to meet Santa at an Edmonton mall. Their parents were able to book a visit in advance to avoid long lines. And old St. Nick knew to keep things calm and quiet. And just last month, a major supermarket chain in the UK introduced a weekly quieter hour for shoppers with autism. The lights are dimmed, the music turned off, beeping checkout machines turned down, and the movement of carts kept to a minimum.